I'm sweating for real. Did something to him? They return of the Mac. The Mac is back. What it do, baby? Back again. I can't ever do the intro.
You can't. You can't.
Why?
Because.
What?
We got a guest.
Who's the guest?
PIMDAS.
What?
PIMDAS.
What the hell?
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses.
What does math have to do with
it? Multiplication.
Divide.
What was going on? Oh my god!
I was lost. But anyway, PIMDAS.
I sat here too. I was like, trying to figure out what I do the math meeting. I was like, what are we doing?
But anyway, what's going on, man? How you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. Get to hang out with you guys, have a cup of coffee. It's a good start to my day. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wish I drunk coffee, but this energy is. But the music
gonna be the coffee.
Oh yeah. Because today we're reacting to his Overhaul song. Mm-hmm. You recommended this. The people recommended this.
Yep.
It's time. I finally got to where I need to get in season 4. I'm past the Overhaul arch. So, you know what I'm saying? We here. We ready. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm very ready. I'm very excited.
Are you ready?
I was born for this.
And as y'all know, after the reaction, we're going to get into some interaction, interview, some questions, get to know Divide a little bit more. So, without further ado.
Welcome to Internet City. Welcome to Internet Culture. Welcome to the What It Do crew. I got you.
I got you. Okay, we here. We ready. Well, let's get this. Into the dark.
I'm sorry to stop us early. The mood was already set with the piano for me.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Overhaul.
Coming to the scene that I don't have the time to see a better world, no need to compromise.
Oh!
Take the light away, the other side, you see into the scenes that I will sterilize and they can try and take
Holy
away.
shit!
Survive, but every single move I make, the one behind it. I hope to die and give them one shot, but not between the eyes. Hereby declare the end.
Oh my God!
No.
I see what you meant. I see what you meant.
Time out.
I see what you meant.
Time out.
I might come off my shirt just in commemoration. Goddamn
Time out. Why you didn't tell us it was gonna go this hard? We've been on a call for like 30 minutes. You could have warned us.
I didn't want to give any spoilers, but so what I was saying before was that I did something very different, and as you heard, what I was doing in the beginning there, some may call rap. So this is a very different style for me. I've never really done before. So
holy shit! Hold on.
Ready?
I'm ready. Shit.
Hereby declare
Bro, we need better volume. This ain't gonna do it.
That's how it go. Oh my God! I need to hear this through a speaker.
So I pretend you think you know me, I'm your mate to a new from at a distance. Make it think the wicked their assistance. Think they're in control, but they don't listen. Stuck in that spines of prison like a wisdom.
And so
That's rapping. That is
you make all the instrumental and the music and play it.
yeah,
Break it down, bro. Break it down.
Like it's different. It's different from a regular beat. It's a beat, but it's not a beat. This is an orchestra. Like, how do you do this?
Well, I play the guitar and do the vocals, obviously, but the drums I program myself. I wish I had an electronic kit because I'd love to play it myself, but I program everything and mix everything, obviously, and program the bass and because I have like a bass guitar plug-in and stuff like that, and yeah, then I just put it all together.
So part of it is you playing. Part of it is actually in the computer programming it up.
Yeah.
To make it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
that's even harder than just playing it.
Bro, we're only 1 minute into this. I'm sweating already.
It is pretty hot. Oh my god,
Bro, it's so, like just give me a little bit more.
You don't need the help.
I hereby declare the end is upon us. Celebrate the fall, and they will never repair or regain the promise they made to the fools who blindly follow them. I hereby declare the end is upon us.
This is lovely.
You hear the back?
Yes.
Like it's clear.
They will never repair.
I'm sorry, it's not allowed. These headphones are fucking doing it. I need louder. I need it to be louder.
I'm doing it.
I hope I didn't break them, but damn. It's not loud enough for me. It's the fucking computer that I built in the case that just don't do it. Fuck. I'm sorry. Did I go back by accident?
No,
Shit.
it's
Oh my
not
God.
loud enough.
Wait, why is it not loud enough?
It's
our headphones.
It's the computer. You know the input, whatever it is. It's not loud enough though. Fuck.
We're going to have to listen to this before.
Holy shit! Where'd you run, bitch?
You know the outcome, I will let you decide. I gave you purpose to purify those dirty stains will catch some noise. No one can protect them. City will be crying out in mayhem. I will be the one that kills and condemn. Take away the power, they will cower. Take my hand off, I just made a promise. I will end it. Like a strong to God, they got to find time.
I'm sweating for real. I'm sweating. I just took a shower. Don't do this to me, Divine. Don't do this to me. I just took a shower. You can't see it, but I'm sweating and I feel it. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Why are you this good? Like before we even hit play, not even why. I don't know what my glasses are.
You threw your glasses.
It wasn't my proudest decision.
Holy shit.
How?
Oh, that feel good.
Could you give me some air? Please. How do you do this to people? I couldn't make music as good and release it to the public.
I'd be in the studio just, they gonna love this shit. They hear this shit. They don't love it. They don't fucking love it.
Bro, how?
You're a rapper.
You're a musical god.
You can do it all. That's what I'm trying to say.
So,
Bro.
for the longest time, I've put it out there because people will say, "Hey, will you make a rap about this?" You know, because they just generalize nerdcore as like rap. And I have always said, and I always say that I'm not a rapper. I don't rap. Blah 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 blah. And so I just tried it, and then I also did screaming in this one myself as well. So that's why this song is kind of like a full package of
It's exactly. It's the ultimate. It's an amalgamation of everything. It's like
amalgamation.
yes, you know the fusion dance. It's the fusion dance of music.
Holy shit.
Like, oh my god.
Let's finish it. We gotta finish it.
I gotta find my glasses.
They right there. Oh, you can't see them, my bad. Holy shit.
Is that my glasses? That is my glasses.
Would they be somebody else's?
No, I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
My vision is horrible. I thought it was a
He's
power
a blind man. It is a blind.
I love the layers. The layers.
re-perform.
Yeah, it's live.
Holy shit, it's still going. Oh, he did power up like a motherfucker.
In the end, they will bleed. They will beg. On the knees screaming forgiveness. The world will witness it. Into the deep.
Oh my god, he did it. Oh, he's still going. Oh shit.
Bro. I don't that right there, that switch up, and then with the backgrounds layered. I don't know if you ever listened to Linkin Park or remember the throwback Linkin Park AMVs of Naruto fighting Sasuke. That's what I just felt. You summoned me back to fucking middle school me.
Take you back in time.
Bro, I'm about to play RuneScape when we get off this call. That shit was awesome.
Holy shit.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you. Claire the invisible. Oh my god. Okay, alright. Okay. I gotta get my shirt.
Shit getting in my eye. Hold up.
Hold on.
I can't do this.
Oh gosh. Wait a minute, Devon. Wait a minute. I ain't never sweated before.
Oh my!
I took my shirt off before, but I ain't never sweated before.
My nose running.
Well, what? I know you tried you tried something different.
It passed the sweat test.
That's the sweat.
It's double platinum on the sweat test if it made him sweat.
What made you? Cause we kind of said it off the recording, but what made you decide to do Overhaul? And then what was the inspiration for the mood of the song? Yeah, for that.
Well, it's funny. I've always been kind of worried and unsure with my. Now, I'm not saying this for you guys to come back and tell me otherwise, but I've always been unsure about my ability to portray villains, because when I think of villain songs in our community, there are always these heavy rap, awesome beats and stuff like that, and they're just going hard, and I'm just I don't have the most aggressive voice, so I was trying to think of how could I do this, and I had the same issue when I did Inosuke from Demon Slayer. I was I want to do this, but I just don't know how.
Yeah.
And so when I was thinking about doing my hero character, because I was telling them that I kind of go in a cycle. If you've been on my channel, I do once a month. I'll generally do a my hero song, and I've done pretty much all the main ones with Deku, Lemillion, and Endeavor. All that kind of stuff, Shigaraki. And so I was who am I going to do? But because I follow the show, I was thinking that I couldn't do Overhaul because that has ended, that his whole arc has ended. So I was I can't do Overhaul. No one's going to watch that. But then it hit me that I make songs about animes that are 15, 20 years old, and their arcs ended a while ago. So I was okay, I'll just try doing an Overhaul song. And, it was kind of cool because I played the piano, and I just instantly had the idea of having it just hit and surprise people, because I do generally have softer intros and stuff like that. So I had that soft intro, and then I just hit it, and I knew I wanted to have drums doing kind of this crazy fill with the double kick and all this stuff. And I instantly thought rap would sound so cool here, kind of like a Linkin Park thing, right? And I've always wanted to try rapping. I just don't. I've just always really worried because when I hear myself, I cringe. So I was I got to try and just do this and not try and sound like anybody else, just try and be myself. And that's what what happened. That's what came out of it. So
I did not know this was released in September of this year.
yeah,
This is,
yeah.
And it only has 300,000 views. We need to share this
needs
to
a
God.
this needs $1 million right here. this is
Share it to our channel. Fuck, that was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Like, all the questions I had, like, kind of disappeared.
Where's your phone, guy?
Oh, yeah.
Where's your
Like,
phone?
that was
Holy shit.
That was fucking amazing.
Thank you.
One thing I do want to say, like, from a fan point, and I tell everyone who comes on the show, once you're on the show, you're a friend. So from a friend standpoint, you're fucking talented, bro.
Very, very.
And
it's a different level because it's not just not to diminish rap because rap is a talent in itself. Even producing rap is a talent. But this is different. Like different. like it's a different type of production.
Yeah, like you, like I think we said it on a reaction before. We love coming to your channel to react, right? When we come over here, it's such a different feel from everywhere else in Nerdcore. Now, granted, we love everywhere in Nerdcore, but it's like, and I think the two places I could say that for sure is your channel and Fable's channel, because it's such a treat. Like you like it's not just like you said. It's when most people think of Nerdcore, they only think of rap, right? But when I come over here, like the thing with me and Mikey, we listen to everything. We listen to rap, rock. Like I have Journey on my phone. I've driven through the hood delivering food, and any way you want to start playing.
That brings up a thought. How did you get into this community? Like what started your Nerdcore journey?
But and it's funny he asked that because I think you posted on Twitter last week about someone asking you on a live, would you ever make an anime song? And you're like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so fun. Yeah, that was two years ago, I think. So Fable and I, we went to high school together. We've been best friends for a long time, since I was 14, and I'm 28 now, so almost 15 years. But he had got into it, not intentionally. He was making songs about pro gamers and stuff like that. Like I think he made like optic rap and stuff like that. But he got introduced into it, I believe, by finding like Nerd Out and stuff like that, and then finding JG Music. And my thing is that I love music. I love writing music, but my entire life I've been in bands and stuff with Fable. And whenever I would try and do anything, I would only do it for like a month, and then I would just be bored with it. And so I had a conversation with him, and he was like, dude, you should try doing Nerdcore. And to most people's first reaction, being the same, I think, is that you're kind of like, why would I make songs about video games? Like, a lot of people don't get it at first, you know? And the more I looked into it, I was just like, oh, like these people are making like songs, like really, really, like this isn't just like, oh, I'm just
singing.
Yeah. I think it was Nerd Out for me that I was like, oh my god, like this is legit. Like they're making like real big production songs inspired by, I think it was Ark was the first one I heard from them. And I thought, you know, I kind of was just at a point where I was like, why not? He was like, the best thing is that it's your channel. You can make any kind of music you want. That's my problem. That's why my music changes so much, because I can never just do one thing all the time. I get really bored of it, so I want to try different things.
And he sound like me.
Dude, it's such a problem. So it's like finding this to be something where I could actually outlet that was great. It had its drawbacks though. But you know, I got into it pretty much because him and my wife were like, you should just do it. Because I've always wanted to do music. I've always wanted to do it for a living and all this stuff. But in this day and age, it's extremely difficult. So I'm so happy that I'm in this community, because it's like big, but it also seems very like tight knit as well. And people just keep, you know, coming into it, and it's just so awesome. But I definitely had my drawbacks though, because if you're trying to start a new channel and you're doing different stuff all the time, as you guys probably know, it's not going to be very successful, because you might get one group that's like, hey, I loved this song by you, make more songs like that. And that may have just been a one-off thing for me that I don't really want to do again. So it's taken me. I just had my 3-year anniversary, and I'm at 135,000 subscribers now. And it's great. Like I've been on my own lane this entire time because I don't rap, I sing, I make all kinds of different music, and I felt like it was really difficult for me to find like a steady audience, but it's gotten to a point now where it has become this thing for me, and it's been really, really exciting. So
have you? Well, one thing I can definitely agree with you on the trying the different things, because on our channel, even though we're a reaction channel, a lot of people like will react to the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be people saying, "Oh, react to this, react to this, react to this," and we'll go react to it. And so, like for example, when we posted what video, we had posted some video yesterday. I think it was a gameplay video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were asking us to do gameplay videos, and we had started a gaming channel. And when we uploaded the gameplay video, on the comments, "Hey, you guys should react to this, react to this, react to this." Like hey man, not good game. Don't you? And then it's like it's always, you find yourself like constantly like looking for stuff because you always want to have fun doing what you're doing. And it raised the question for me just now, like with your music, could you see yourself, of course, staying in the nerdcore lane, but where else could you see your music going? Because like when I hear your level of production and how you do music per se, I hear movie, I hear TV, because you have such a wide range where this song I could hear in a freaking James Bond film.
Yeah, because it's like it's about the character, but it's vague enough to fit other places.
Yeah.
I think for me, I get this a lot. People will say like, "Oh, one day you'll do an anime opening, or one day this will happen." Truth be told, I would love to do stuff like that. I just don't know where to reach out to. I spend so much time just doing Divide music that I haven't even tried reaching out to other places to figure out how I would even get onto something like that. But I would like, when I think long term for Divide, though, I would like to think stuff like that would happen. That people would maybe reach out to me, or I'd make connections somehow, and I could actually make stuff for TV shows or movies or whatever. But
I can hear like your music going over stuff like that, and trust me, we will definitely be reaching out to you for music, figure out how we could get some collaboration going.
Speaking of collaboration, what has been your biggest collab, I guess you could say, in terms of like either like the person you collaborated with having numbers, or like your favorite,
or even growth?
Yeah.
Personally, the biggest collab I did was back in 2018. I had under 10,000 subscribers, and I was somehow able to get Fable was a given, but I was somehow able to get Nerd Out and JT Music to be on my song I made for Victorious. So I sang the chorus and produced the beat and everything like that. It's like super epic and all this stuff, orchestral and stuff. So I asked them, and Nem from Nerd Out and Christian from JT Music both said that they would do it. And yeah, it was a surreal moment for me, because like they were untouchable to me back then. Like I didn't think they would actually do it, but
like you coming on our show to us.
Because like back then, I think JT had like 2.5 million, and like these were like huge channels. I was like, there's no way, but I'll try. And they said yeah. So that was crazy. And Nem from Nerd Out had asked if I would mind if they posted it on their YouTube channel, and I believe now it has like 6 million views on their channel. And I think that was the biggest collab I had orchestrated myself. I think most recently, though, I had been reached out to by Amelie. I don't know if you saw. So I did a song with this YouTube creator called Amelie. She primarily does anime opening covers, but English versions. And she has just short of 2 million subscribers. And I've known of who she is for a long time, but she's a hard person to get in contact with because she has DMs closed, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of untouchable for the reasons totally make sense. So I kind of like left it alone. I commented on a few of her videos and I was like, hey, I'd love to work sometime. Felt like one of those people. But she followed me and DM'd me. I woke up one morning and I see that she DM'd me. She's like, I found your music on Spotify and I would love to work together. And we ended up making a song for, oh wait, you guys reacted to my SAO song, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's her.
That's her?
So that's Amelie. Yeah. So Amelie
okay.
had asked me, like we should work together and all this stuff. So what had happened was we made a song for Has Been Hotel for her channel that's doing super, super well. I produced it and kind of did I did all the melodies and stuff, but then she...
Wait a freaking minute, man.
What?
You did a song for Has Been Hotel, eh?
Has Been Hotel, yeah. And I didn't even know what it was. She's like, yeah, Has Been Hotel, like that's a big thing. We could do that. She was really excited because she doesn't do original music. So she was like, could you produce it? I write lyrics for, my part. You can sing on it too. And it turned out really well. It was received really, really well. It's getting up to 1 million already. It's doing, yeah. So she's been really happy with that. And she was like, oh, maybe we could do something for your channel. Her most successful content has always been SAO related. She has a few anime opening covers from SAO that have like 15 million views, like just huge numbers, So she's like, we can do SAO. And that's why I did SAO. I had to watch it, but that's why we did SAO. And I would say that is probably most notable for me because she's a huge presence in the anime scene. Like she does voice acting. She's been on, I may be wrong, but I think she's done stuff for animes for openings and stuff. I think. Yeah. But yeah. So, anyways, I'm sorry that was a long-winded answer, but yeah, I think I would say that one for me most recently.
Oh, I see. Her channel's Lee and Lie.
Add to watch later. Yes, we have to see this.
Sir.
We have to see this.
Have you guys seen Has Been?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
So with Has Been, I think we got Has Been the one we got crucified for.
Yeah, Has Been hosted because we at that point when we watched it, we were expecting raunchy because we had been watching Brandon Rogers and Meat Canyon and stuff like that. So people would suggest stuff, and we're expecting raunchiness,
and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is worse than this."
So when we watched it, it was good.
It was like we liked it as a show, and the one thing, and the freaking Has Been Hotel community they crucified us for it. We were like, "It's good," but we were expecting more, and they just. Oh, you guys don't have taste, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Reactors.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Not bad.
It has a very big cult following from what I can tell. Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest videos on our channel because of that cult following.
Yeah, and then we saw Hell of a Boss, and we loved Hell of a Boss because we knew what we were getting into. So this is something we definitely have to check out. I did have a question. Crap, what was it? You brought up SAO. So, I want to let you know it's your fault that I continued it.
Wait. Hold on. Before you go on, I hadn't seen it. I was told, watch until you get to the fairies and then stop. That's what I was told. So I stopped watching pretty much near the end of season 1 because everyone told me it gets terrible after that. So
okay. So
but you kept going.
Well, yeah. Okay, so this is what happened. So when we watched your SAO, the song, I was like, all right, Divide, if we like it, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish the series. So at the point when I watched it, season 1 was 2 separate seasons. So a lot of people don't know this, but when the SAO originally came out, season 1 was part 1 and part 2. And on a lot of streaming sites, it was season 1 and season 2. So I thought I had finished the entire season 1. Well, went in, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and finish season 1, Divide, watched it, and I was so bad. I was so bad. Because like, my only gripe about it was, as a show, this is going into my next question, but as a show, when I watched it, like the first few episodes, it was hard. Like it was like this, like the dude was untouchable. He was like badass, and then on like episode 7, 6 or 7, it became a love story, and
Right.
it became a strong ass love story to the end of the real season 1.
Right.
And I was like, bro, like fuck this. And I love isekai. It's my favorite genre. It's up there with shonen and mech. Like they're all number 1 for me.
Right.
And so, like when we watched it, like after I listened to it, I went back and watched it. So thank you for that. I'm so mad about that. But my question is, what is your, if you could say, your favorite anime or your top 5 anime?
So, first disclaimer, I only got into anime a year ago. I'm such a newbie. I grew up, I mean, I watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, but like I never actually got into anything, right? And I think it was kind of the same for Daddy Fat Snaps. Me and him are kind of the same way. Like I think he saw Afro Samurai and then he never really watched much anime after that. But so I started in 2019 with my first anime I ever watched, my favorite anime hands down, and it's probably a super typical answer, but FMA Brotherhood is personally my favorite. My top 5 would be FMA Brotherhood. I almost don't want to put an order on them though, because it does change. Like My Hero is so good. It has its moments where I get all tingly, you know, like when Deku fought Overhaul. My God, that was
that was freaking phenomenal.
That was one of the best moments, if not the best moments in anime that I've seen, because I haven't watched a lot. But I would definitely say, so FMA's first, but then in no particular order, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Naruto, and Parasite, which I only watched like a month or 2 ago, and I didn't know anything about it. I saw it was one season. I was like, I'm just going to watch it. That show's fucking incredible.
It's
so good.
The only oh god. My only downfall with Parasite, it was the ending. Like and it's not because it was a bad ending. It's because it left me wanting more, and it felt abrupt. It felt like, we're not going to get renewed for season 2. Let's write a finish, and that's what it felt like.
Right.
But it was so good. Like,
did you think it was what Tokyo Ghoul wanted to be?
Yes.
Because I didn't.
100%. 100%. I don't care what anyone. I've gotten into arguments.
Parasite next.
I've gotten into arguments about this. It literally, because Tokyo Ghoul is, don't get me wrong, Tokyo Ghoul was good, but Parasite did what Tokyo Ghoul tried to do even better.
I didn't get that far in Tokyo Ghoul. Like, I loved the idea and the whole setup. I thought it was such a brilliant idea. And I just really started falling off for me when it was just him working at the store and was eating meat cubes or whatever those things were. And I don't know, like it just wasn't holding my attention. Parasite, I binged in like a day. Like it was so good.
And because what Parasite did really well was pacing. Like with most animes that are anything, the thing that makes or breaks it is the pacing.
Yeah.
Parasite's pacing was fucking phenomenal. When you felt like he was in danger, you felt like you were in danger.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll never forget, I was watching one of the episodes, like my full nerd is about to come out, but I was watching one of the episodes where the one that they all were with all of them in the body, right?
Mhm.
We're chasing the main character, and I was like, "Oh, bro, he's about to get fucking caught." I have a keyblade on the wall, right, from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So, and it's held up by 2 thumbtacks, and this bitch it's huge. But like, I have 2 thumbtacks placed strategically where it doesn't move. I'm watching it, and like when Icky and them, they almost got caught. The keyblade fell off my wall, hit the ground. I freaked out. I was like, "Oh, he in here to kill me!" It was not my proudest moment, but that it showed the show is really good at doing what it does.
Yeah,
and I feel like another good example of pacing is Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is very good at pacing. Now I do feel like Demon Slayer could slow down a tad bit.
I agree too, actually. Because I have for me, it's and for most people, it's the pacing can really like take you out of it. You know, when they sit on one thing for 5 episodes. But
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. Like I almost wanted to see Tanjiro like work more towards it, because it was almost like one episode and he was just done. I was just like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And like, I get it, you know, he worked for a year or whatever, but I wouldn't have mind 2-3 episodes of seeing him work for it.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been cool. And we had interviewed Restage, and Restage was talking about it. He was like, it was one of the shows it's good as a show and it was shitty as manga. And I was like, bro, yeah, because I saw the manga. The manga looks absolute trash. I'm not gonna
really
like it looks absolute. Like it looks. It's like. Have you ever seen the One Punch Man manga strips?
I haven't. No.
Oh, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
That's so surprising.
But One Punch Man is supposed to look like that because it's supposed to be satirical,
right?
But like as Demon Slayer got later on, it did start looking better, got a little bit more fluid, but it was held up by the animation,
right?
And I just felt like I wouldn't have mind seeing 3 episodes of training. I really wouldn't. Like, don't give me like a whole Dragon Ball Z where I'm watching 7 episodes of training. Like, bro, like get into the shit and get to it. But like for example, we saw Tanjiro master all these forms, and I'm like, bro, like hold up, we saw a montage of you cutting through a rock. When the fuck did you learn 10 waves?
Yeah. No, I agree. It's funny. That wasn't even that long after I watched my first anime. So like, I was all like, I already didn't have the stamina. Like I was watching Hunter x Hunter, and there was a part in Hunter x Hunter where they're like in this tower, and I liked it up until this point where for 5 episodes they're taking turns going in to fight someone, and then they go back, and then they come back in. And I was just like, after it was done, I was like, I could have skipped that. Like there was nothing I learned there. But for Demon Slayer though, I do agree, and the animation for that show is fucking beautiful. But the pacing thing as well, that's why I think I loved Full Metal so much, because I know it's straight from the manga, at least from what I've been told, Brotherhood versus the original one. Yeah, I don't know. Like, did you like that show?
I loved it. I loved it. Now with Full Metal, Full Metal ended up getting spoiled for me, so I ended up like as I was watching it, someone who read it was like, "Hey, this happens at the end." I was like, "You dirty bitch."
Why would they say that? By the way,
why? Like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
And so I ended up like, I lost interest in it, and I ended up always come back and I watch a few episodes, but I really loved it. And I personally felt it could have been bigger than what it was. Now, don't get me wrong, it was huge, but bro, they're gonna kill me for this. But I feel like Full Metal should have been bigger than Bleach. Like, Bleach is huge.
Yeah.
Like Full Metal is just one of those series that's like, I can rewatch Full Metal. I've rewatched Full Metal.
Yeah.
I watched Bleach once. And I know it's some people's favorite anime, and everyone is to their own opinion, but the quality of writing, the quality of character development, it crossed out so many check marks, and you're like, all right, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. And that was the one thing. And it just brought up something with your music. When you're doing your songs, is the one thing you keep in mind pacing? Is that how you're able to hook people when you're doing your music?
When you say pacing, what could you expand on that?
For example, the Overhaul. So it's a roller coaster. So in the first 5 seconds, like I said, hold up, the piano got me already. Like I'm going in, this is what I'm expecting, and then dun dun dun, and like and then another calm before the storm. Yeah. Do you keep in mind that emotional roller coaster when you're making music, or how is your approach to it?
For the biggest thing that I love in music, and I think most people do, but maybe they don't know how to put a word to it, is just dynamics. I love it when it's up here and it comes way down and then just comes right back up. Like for me, like that is my favorite style of production, is just, it's like, I don't get me wrong, I have songs that are just kind of go the whole time, but when they have this roller coaster effect, it just has so much more impact. And that's what I try to achieve with certain characters 100%. Like with a character like that, I wanted to be able to not just go 100% the whole time, because he's more than that.
Yeah.
You know, like he's
actually a calm character. And
yeah. So that's why like the verses were more calm, and then the like pre-chorus rap bit is kind of him getting angry, and then you got like the chorus. But I feel like I'm giving too much credit though, because I don't go into this thinking, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. It just
you just do it.
Yeah,
bro, that's pure unadulterated talent, my guy.
So is music gotten to a point where you're doing it full time now?
Yeah.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing that?
Right when the world shut down.
Right when
that is cool.
Like the timing couldn't have been more perfect. And I'll just briefly explain. I moved back to England in November of 2019. My wife arrived in February of 2020 after we got the visa stuff situated. And then like COVID hit, and I was already doing fine, but like it got to a point where I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so fortunate, because like my wife doesn't have to work, and neither do I. So like it couldn't have come at a better time. I would have been screwed.
Yeah.
I would have to probably move back to America. So yeah.
Where were you at in America?
I was in Oregon.
Oregon. Okay.
What calls for the move? Because that's a big like me and Mike, we've been talking about next year. We're trying to figure out where we're going to move, because we don't live in the best city in Texas. For one, it ain't safe.
Oh, really? Okay,
bro. Number 10 dangerous city in the state.
Number 3.
No, it moved down. It moved down.
Okay, it was number 3.
Yeah, last year it was number 3. Now number 10 still not. It's not. It's a million city.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
But we're trying to figure out where we want to move, because thanks to this asshole, I can't just move wherever I want to move no more. So it's a collective YouTube channel. So now I got to be like, all right, bro.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I got to move with you. What caused you to be like, you know what? I want to go to England. Like what? Because that is completely.
Yeah. This is a very common question. People are like, what? Especially when my life more or less was figured out. Like we have a house and we have our jobs, and it's like the market was so good. We sold our house. We were going to already sell our house, and we had talked about it years ago about moving to England because I'm a citizen. And, you know, it's like we could travel, do all this stuff, you know, and I'd like to have kids one day. I was like, we could do this before we have kids, you know. And my wife brought it up again in I think it was the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. She was like, we sell our house, like we could do this. And I kind of brushed it off because we had tried it once before. It's not an easy process. You know, you have to get visas, you have to get all this stuff. But we just, it all happened in the end. And our biggest reason for it was to just be able to experience something different. I mean, I grew up here and moved away when I was 10, so I didn't really experience living here that much. But traveling, like we'd love to travel around Europe and all this stuff. Ironic that we moved and then this happens, but we're here now, and you know we're just gonna wait it out.
As soon as it opens back up, let's get it.
Yeah, and with with my job, obviously, I can schedule stuff. If we go somewhere for a while, I could bring like a minor setup with me and work somewhere else, and I'm really fortunate.
So what is your setup like, your mobile setup? Also, if you want to be in an episode of Setup Wars, we're doing our first ever Setup Wars next week, where everybody is submitting their setups for a video, because me and Mike finally got cool setups, so we can join the
gaming
cool guys. Gaming
desk.
And like it's like our desk setups, because like we edit on it too.
I wouldn't win. I don't have a good setup. I mean, my music stuff is all upstairs. This is now like my streaming room. It's pretty average. I have 2 monitors and a table.
Hey, that'll work. Same thing we got.
Wait. Clarification question. So when you grew up with Fable in America. Okay.
So in California. So when I moved from England when I was 10, I moved to California. San Luis Obispo. I don't know if you guys have heard of that area, but that's where I spent the majority of my life until I moved to Oregon when I was 21, I think. So I was there for like 11 years. But yeah, we went to high school together and friends ever since. Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to say Fable is from overseas.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time, and no one knows this, so you're getting an exclusive here.
Oh,
so when we first heard about Fable, I thought Fable was Hispanic. I thought Fable was Hispanic.
Why?
The reason why I thought Fable was Hispanic, a lot of people who kept commenting, "Oh, you guys should listen to Fable," they were Hispanic. And I was like, okay, cool. And then we heard the Broly song. And I'm like, bro, I can't tell what ethnicity this guy is. I was like, I don't know what race he is. And I was like, whatever he is fucking awesome.
I thought I've never heard
I
that
originally, like I originally thought Fable was Hispanic. Cause like literally, like it was like 30 people. And I was like, Fable.
Yeah.
All right. And then one was actually in Spanish, where I had the, you have the translate option, and I was like, okay.
All the pieces were coming together. Like, I think I figured this out.
Yeah, this is who this guy is.
So what's now that you're full time in the music, what's your work-life balance like?
Oh, man.
Like, how often do you find yourself working or overworking, if that's a thing?
Yeah, I think... That is one of the hardest things that I don't think many people talk about when you work full time for yourself and from home or what, it's not easy at first trying to figure out how to, you either overwork or you don't work enough, Yeah. But for me, I feel like I have a pretty healthy balance of it. I mean, I don't necessarily have a schedule for myself. I just know that I come out with a song every 2 weeks. I stream now. So I just keep that in mind and just kind of organize my life around that. But even saying that, I mean, I do work, I would say probably, I don't know, most of the time. I'm either I'm doing on Twitter, Instagram, or working on music or editing videos. Like I'm generally working. I'm definitely not just stocked up with free time, which is ironic because when I worked 50 hours a week in Oregon, I was posting a song every week, but my wife literally never saw me when I was doing that. So I'm trying to rearrange my life a little bit, but I try and have a healthy balance as much as possible because if no one says otherwise, I will just work all day. I'll just work on music. I'll work on videos, and not until she got here was I actually having more of a social life because I was just on my own, Yeah.
So, and also I do want to shout you out because I thought it was so cool. And like you said, I was like, okay, this is a goal. The Mrs. Divide and Divide gaming streams.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
Them.
You love them?
I love them. I love them. I'll hop in and I'll just be chilling. I'll be like, this is so cool.
Dude, I'm so happy with that because she's never in her life played games. I think her family had a Wii at one point. She's not into scary stuff. She doesn't like scary movies. And
and you have a gear. The Quest 2.
Yeah.
So you have to play Plasmophobia with us.
Oh yeah,
Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah.
Down?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We might have a VR chat group.
We might have a VR squad.
Dude, I'm so down. Yeah, I should be getting the cable today to actually hook it into my PC. Awesome. But yeah, no, I just got that, and that's amazing. But the streaming side of things has been another big new work thing that I do now. I never planned on it, but it has become its own thing now. Where I don't know. It's I would never have thought.
How's that transition been? Because I know for us, a lot of people, because we had a talk with Daddy Fat, and he pretty much pioneered us into getting into streaming. Because we would live stream on YouTube and we started getting this issue where everyone was like, hey, we're not getting notified. And Daddy Fat broke it down, hey, because when you live stream, it caused the issues. And so the transition to Twitch has been a little bit interesting to say the least. It's different from YouTube. How was the transition for you?
It was actually, I mean, me learning a new website, and like I'd like to think I'm somewhat tech savvy and familiar with how to do things, but Twitch is entirely its own thing, so like that move was a bit of a learning curve. But in terms of just how it's been doing and the whole like notification thing, it works so much better than YouTube does. I mean, and the great thing is too, like being in our community, is that, because I know this wouldn't be the case if we didn't have as great of a community as we do, is that we all like rate each other whenever we finish our streams. So everyone's again getting cycle boosted the whole time. And I know that if you guys streamed, that would be hilarious. You should definitely keep doing that. Because how you saying you started, or you're looking into?
Yeah, we started. We so far we've only done gaming, but we set out our schedule that Thursday is going to be when we do our reaction or gameplay streams. And then throughout the rest of the week, we're going to do pop-up streams, like random streams, where either once my stuff is set up where I'll do gaming, and then also I'm starting an anime channel, because a lot of people like, hey, bro, I want to hear you talk about anime. I want to hear you talk about comic books. And for the longest, that's been a dream of mine, but I've never had a fan base of any kind. And so I was like, yeah, nah. And then like I got one DM, he was like, look, bro, if you don't fucking do this, I was like, yo, okay. All right, cool. You want it done, bet. So I decided to get that started.
How often do you stream right now?
I'm trying to stream at least every other day. Before,
Lord.
Right.
Shoot.
Before it was only when songs would release, because I would stream my reactions.
Yeah.
It's been honestly, it's been fantastic. But the gaming side of things, which I never have as much people when I do gaming versus reactions, which I guess makes sense, because most people, they want to see me react to stuff more than they want to see me play a game. But I have like a solid group of people. I think the other day we had like at one point we had like 50 people in there just watching me play Resident Evil with my wife in there. And
I was in there.
And you were in there. And
I was in there chilling.
It's just so much fun, especially with her, because she's watching the chat. I play the game, and she just talks to me, and yeah, it's been really fun. But I see it as such a. I feel like I should have started this a long time ago. So
yeah,
the fact that we've been. Yeah, the fact that you're starting now, just keep going with it, because it will evolve into just something absolutely massive. I can already tell. Like by this time next year, I think streaming will be a big part of my income. So
yeah, and that's one thing we want it to be for us. Because I had this moment yesterday or 2 days ago, where me and Mike, we were in here, and reality's been setting in, right? So I've been on this very high, like, let's keep going, let's keep working, let's do. I've been just going, and so like I said, but like I was able to come down, and I realized like, yo, we have a studio where we can make content, and then it felt a little bit more, and it was just such a surreal moment, and I felt so happy, and I was like, bro, we get paid to have fun. We get paid to have fun and be the most authentic version of ourselves and play games and talk about stuff we like. And it was a crazy feeling, because not even 3 months ago, we were at a job we hated. Like I was driving a FedEx truck, and I bring it up every time. I hit it. I hit a building,
multiple,
and I hit a gas station.
Oh my god!
So going from that to this, it's such a surreal moment. How do you take this point in your life, and how does it make you feel to see you're at this point, and what would you say to people who are trying to get to this point? Because we're still not even as I would say we're not even nowhere near as big as a lot of people think we are. Like, even though we have like 100-something thousand subscribers, like I did not think you would come on the show. Like I did not.
Really?
And like,
oh wow,
yeah,
I'd have
bro,
been
'cause
offended
to-
if you wouldn't have asked.
Because like to me, we're still small.
Yeah.
Like to and then like Rustage was on the show, and like yesterday I was like, oh shit, this is Daniel Rustage. Daniel fucking Rustage. And it's like it's crazy, man. Like what would you say to those people that are struggling with, you know, pursuing their passion and trying to follow their dream? What advice would you give them?
I have recently had some moments just like that where I think back to when I started at the end of 2017. I was working a 50-hour-a-week job for almost, well, up until October of last year, so about a year ago. And I was working this job that was exhausting. I mean, I was doing shifts sometimes 2:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon, and it was just it was just disgusting, right? And I was doing YouTube. I was doing music every week. I was doing video games, and video games never really took off for me because that is more the traditional side of nerdcore. Obviously, is doing like video game songs, and I was doing all these video game songs one after another every week, and none of them were taking off. And the biggest thing though is that I was telling this to a friend of mine recently who's really wanted to try and do something he enjoys for a living, and he started his Twitch channel, and I've been trying to help him with that. And the biggest thing that I find, especially if you're on your own, is just try and find community, because the community, as we've already established, is incredible. And I think what kept me going was obviously my love for writing music, but just the community, the people around me. Like, we were all struggling together, we're all succeeding together, and it just helped. I don't know, it never felt like I was just waiting for something to happen. It was just fun. I was just doing it. It was a lot of work, but it was great. And I had my smaller audience, and I've never really had a lot of videos, if any, really just explode. Like, that's never happened to me. I've always had this really steady, gradual climb. And I've been thinking a lot recently that if you want to do something that you love, it sounds so cliche, but you literally have to give every part of yourself to it and not stop, and you will succeed. It's not a question to me anymore. If you just do it and you don't stop and you don't get lazy and you keep trying to get better and improve yourself on whatever it is that you're doing, you will succeed. I think it's just we all have different levels of success. So if you want to be like a millionaire, you're gonna have to work a lot fucking harder maybe than most. But like being successful, but being able to have a living and support yourself and maybe your family or whatever, it is possible. You just have to grind your fucking ass off for so long.
Yeah.
Or you grind your ass off for a year and it works. You never know. But
that's what we try to tell people all the time, because like we released a video like how we got 100,000 in 4 months.
Yeah.
On amazing. This channel it took 4 months. But what people really don't know is this channel was actually started in February and got shut down twice. Yeah, and then it grew in 4 months.
Yeah, we lost 2 channels back to back.
And then on top of that, we have been doing this since 2013. So it's been
not reactions, but YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. It's been we want to do YouTube since 2013. So if you want to do something, YouTube, music, whatever, you have to literally do it, grind, and not quit, because dude, if you do it and improve, one day it's gonna something's gonna happen. Exactly.
Mr. Beast did YouTube for like 7 years, and then he's obviously who he is now, but it's like I assume maybe with what you guys were doing, he was just trying different stuff. And eventually things started picking up when he was trying different things. And granted, it was stuff I would never want to do, like say something 100,000 times or whatever, or count to 100,000.
Like, you gotta want it to say somebody's name 100,000 times.
Exactly. He wanted it so bad, and that was the only option for him. And I think people, including myself for so long, you don't realize how powerful it is if you just don't stop. And but most importantly is try and learn and grow and get better at whatever your craft is, because obviously if you're doing the same thing every week and your content looks the same from 5 years ago, but
it's some change is needed.
Yeah, like you and like always researching, like how, like for me, music production, if you heard my first song versus my most recent song, it's like, what the hell's going on? But that for me, my biggest passion is music production, mixing, and I that is for me like everything. Like I just want to be able to become to the point of like just professional as possible sounding music, and that along with my love for video games and now anime, it's just culminated into this thing. And like I said earlier, I had a harder time with it because 99% of the people in this community listen to rap. They don't really listen to rock. I've been getting new fans and stuff and followers and people finding me that have never heard of anyone else in the community. And all of my growth was always from people that already knew other artists in the community, and they just found me because they're in it already. But I've had people follow me from Spotify and then say, I found your music on Spotify. And
have you tried TikTok?
No, and I know it's a missed opportunity. I just don't know. I just don't know if I it's so smart because you can get so successful off of TikTok, but I just man, it's just more work that I don't want to have to do right now.
We feel the same exact way. It's like, dang, I want to do it,
but I don't want to.
Yeah,
because like right now,
100%. TikTok is where it's at right now for sure.
And it's crazy because there's an artist in Houston that's close to us, obviously, Beat King, and for the longest, I've always known who Beat King was. College, he's club music. He does twerk music. Yeah. So in college, hearing Beat King, throw that ass, blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh, that's Beat King. Yeah. But he's Houston, Texas. Like, that's all he's been and ever been. And a couple other states. But this year, it's been crazy because TikTok took his song and now he's a record deal.
Like, he got signed, and then after he got signed, and this is something that kind of lit a fire under my ass. When he got signed, there's a chick out here, phenomenal rapper. She got signed, and in this area, a lot of people call this area the Bermuda Triangle because you don't get out. It's called the Golden Triangle, but a lot of people nicknamed it the Bermuda Triangle because you can't get out. Like it's so hard to get out, and so she made it out, and then another guy we know made it out with like 3 songs. It was like, what the fuck? But it was like, yo, let's get it. Let's work. And to go back to what you were saying and what Mike was saying about hard work, right now we stepped up to dropping 4 videos a day. Not gonna lie, not our brightest decision. That shit hard. That shit hard as hell. And it's like we aren't necessarily burnt out yet. But before we get burnt out, we were like, yeah, we're going back to 2. But we've now saw that, okay, for us to do 2 a day, for us to do 4 a day, we have to be at a different point in life. Maybe later on in the future when there's a lot less stressors in life, we can do it. But it boiled down to hard work. Because a lot of people are like, yo, you guys got big, whatever, woo, woo. And our most popular video, Racist Mario, I'm in a waiter shirt. Because I was literally a waiter driver delivering food. I was on the clock. Literally, I was on. Waiter, you can't fire me because I don't work for you no more if you ever see this video. But I was on the clock waiting for my next order. Probably the worst. It was a horrible day. Because I drive a 06 Impala and I'm pretty sure my car's trying to kill me. And like it was just a shitty day. The car was cutting off and shit. And
woman problems.
Just I got broken up with. It was bad.
Like if you literally watch the reaction when he starts laughing, I'm like, it's okay because he's laughing out the pain.
Yeah. so it's like it was so crazy, but it's such a fact of if you work hard and you work towards something, you'll get it. And then like you like if you go through our videos, there's videos where I'm just getting off of work at FedEx, going to Mike's house, we're doing a vlog and we record like 4 or 5 videos because we weren't able to record the Sunday before and we made time for this. And I think that speaks volume to if someone wants to follow their dream. Because like with the music thing, one thing I really want to do, I want to film. I want to be a filmmaker. My first film, Michael has saw it. It ain't never touching the internet again. The worst shit I have ever made. It was absolute shit.
But you got to start somewhere, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
you have to start somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
And like after I saw it fail miserably, I was like, "Yo, I don't do this again, but better." And it's been a culmination of trying and doing and finding community for sure. Definitely is something I would say because having someone to talk to like Daddy Fat. I'll run an idea by Daddy Fat is something I'm working on. He's like, "Yo, you got it. That's cool." I'm like, "All right, well, I thought it was stupid, but cool." Like, so somebody, that just having the ability to discuss it with someone, it does something, and it boils down to your circle, the people you have around you.
Speaking of circle, would you want to be in a mastermind with us?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
It's basically, it's like a community, but even smaller, where we get together. Let's say it was us and maybe 4 other people. We would meet on it could be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever, to kind of help each other improve, basically.
So it's essentially,
I'll be there.
It's like
we have 3 members now. Yes.
Is it us 3, the 3 members?
No, well that makes 4. Daddy Fat said he's down too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
But how far out in advance do you plan your music or YouTube releases or whatever? If at all. If at all.
I finish a song, and then in the next couple days, I need to figure out what I'm doing next. This is how it works. And the reason why I do that is I try and think what the best. I always try and think what is going to be the best play, character, like show, like just trying to figure out what will do the best. And that's kind of why I've never scheduled myself that much. I just know I need to come out with something every 2 weeks or week before, and that's why I had to stop though, because there's only so many characters, and I was realizing that I haven't seen that much anime. I'm trying to, but you do a song every week for a year, then all of a sudden you're like, I've done all the coolest characters. I haven't done Goku, Vegeta, or any of that stuff yet. I've just done Beerus because I saw the Beerus movie, Battle of the Gods, and I saw the Broly movie. That's why I've done those 2. But so there is more, but I'm trying to like space it out and trying to let the production and all that stuff get better. And I had to force myself though, because you work so much and you feel like you're being lazy or you're not giving it 100%. But the only way I'll improve is if I allow myself to have more time to improve. I can't just improve with the amount of time I was giving myself. So
that's something we've been going through like constantly, because there'll be times where I come in here and we're about to film a video. I'm like, bro, we're not working hard enough. And Mike,
it's like, I just got it.
What are you talking about?
Let us wake up or freaking get it together.
Another question I have for you is, have you considered? Because I don't know if I saw this song. Do you have an All for One song?
Yes, but it was a collaboration with Fable on Fable's channel.
Okay, are you gonna do one?
Yeah, I'm waiting. It's the same reason why I haven't done Dobby yet, is because there's just not a lot on him. Not a lot of footage or backstory that we really know of, and All for One doesn't really have. He has like that one fight with, unless I made a song specifically about that fight with All Might. But you know what I mean. Like I obviously, with what I like to do is try and have a bigger scope of a character if I can. So,
are you gonna do anything for either Among Us or Demon Slayer with the new movie dropping this past week?
So Among Us, YouTuber me thinks I should have. Creative me doesn't want to personally. I just don't want to. I think what's been happening with Among Us, with what CG5 and Nerd Out and Fable have done, I think that is so on the nose for what it needs to be. I don't want it. Would just be really off brand for me, and I just it's I love what everyone else has been doing, and I'm just kind of like just enjoying it from the sideline. But as for Demon Slayer, 100%. I was going to ask you, where is this movie? Because apparently people can't find it.
I saw the picture or the poster for it, but
look, I'm not here for piracy. But when I tell you I have been on every site known to man trying to find this movie.
So you haven't seen it?
I have not. Now this is what happened. I found it. I did find it. But it was in straight Japanese. I had the mind to send it to Shout Out and pay him dub it. I was going to pay Shout Out to dub the entire movie. And then when I hit refresh on the page, the movie was gone.
Oh my!
So, and the statute of limitations work here because I just said something about
Well, you didn't watch it, so I mean, I don't know.
I don't do piracy. Piracy is illegal. I didn't watch a movie.
Piracy,
but
yes, I want to do that because I love Demon Slayer, and I've been waiting for this movie, so 100% I will make a song for it.
Yeah, because I saw, I know Swabity. I think Swabity just did one, and I believe Breeden Boy, he did one as well. And when I saw the tracks, I was like, oh yeah, Swabity and Daddy Fat did one together. When I saw the little the song, I was like,
Yeah.
and it's like. From the because it's a marketing play. Mm-hmm. You know it's about to be hot, and that's one thing that me and Mike we love. So coming from a video background where we've done video marketing and social media marketing, that's one of the ways we've been kind of able to exploit the YouTube algorithm because you know what's hot, you know what people are looking for. So when I saw that, I'm like, yo, this is cool, and I told Mike, he was like. Okay.
And that brings me to the question: how do you decide what you're about to do next?
It's a balance of what I want to do and what I need to do.
Yeah,
I know you're trying to stay in it, wanting to.
It's like my whole thing, and what my writing style and everything. It is generally more on the in-depth, like emotional kind of side of things, or like, you know, it has that way about it, and it's hard for me to write music about a character that I just don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, you know, so, and that's why generally when I first started, people like to give me shit for this now because I've said outright I haven't seen One Piece, but I made a song about it, right? And, and the reason why I did that was because in Nerdcore for video games, you don't play the games you make songs about because they haven't come out yet. They release trailers or as gameplay, you make a song about it, you look it up on Wikipedia, you do all your research. I just did some research for that in Fairy Tail. I never saw them. And I don't ever want to do that again because, and I haven't for a long time now, since back then, which was like early last year, middle of last year. But I have to have some sort of, there has to be something there with the character. But there has to be. If there's not, then I just don't care, and I don't want to really write a song about it. So when it comes to like who I decide to make a song for, I have to be in the mood. I've been wanting to make a song for Inosuke for the longest time, but I was never in this mood that it required, which was just like aggression and, you know, I mean, the song's called Rip You Apart. So it's just, I don't know. I'm sorry if that doesn't answer your question, but
it did. So would you ever, one thing that I've been thinking about, and I've been planning on kicking the idea to Richie Bronson, is since there's so many older animes, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I genuinely feel like a lot of people haven't really thought about or haven't done because it's so old, is playing on the older fan bases. For example, Inuyasha's daughter has a show, right?
Okay, I didn't know that.
There's I don't plan on watching it because I didn't. They're gonna crucify me, so I'm not gonna answer why. But I'm not planning on watching.
Okay,
like, I did like Inuyasha. I'm gonna put it out there, but it was my mom's favorite anime. That was the one show, the anime that my mother watched, and so and I was like, this sucks. It's a chick flick. Just because my mom liked it. So that's kind of what that is. But if you play on the audiences of like Inuyasha or Gundam, I feel like that is also a good thing to consider. For one, the fan bases are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you got a lot of material, completed material,
Yeah.
and a lot of them, and it's not nearly as long as Dragon Ball because there's so many different animes back in the past. Like I ran across what is it, Evangelion, track by somebody, and I was like, bro, this kind of hard. I don't know who you are, but this is kind of hard.
Yeah.
And it had like 10,000 views, and I knew if he was bigger, it would have had so much more just because of how big the fan base is. And I think dude had like 158 subscribers. Like, it was nothing. And like, to see 10,000 views, I'm like, okay, yeah, bro, you did something good.
Yeah.
And so have you considered like touching on the older animes or even touching on, because I don't know if you've done songs for Full Metal or doing a song for Full Metal.
So, okay, this kind of goes back to doing what's best, but it's also a matter of enjoying it, right? So the first anime song I ever made was for Full Metal Alchemist, and it tanked for my channel because I only did video games and it just didn't do well. And I honestly kind of lost hope in it. I started watching Black Clover, and then I made a song for Asta from Black Clover, and then that took off, and that's when everything changed, and I just did anime full time.
Yeah.
But no, I would like to. Like, I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, but I would love to watch it. I know it's huge, and make a song about it.
Good.
Yeah.
I like Cowboy.
Or like Yu Yu Hakusho and stuff like that. Like, I've heard of all these animes that are just insane. But the problem is SEO, they're non-existent. Unless you have a huge audience already. Like Rustage, if he came out with a Yu Yu Hakusho's rap, it would do, at least to us looking at it, it would do well. I don't know how he would view how well it, you know what I mean? Because it may not do, it may be 10 on that little YouTube list they like to give you now.
Yeah.
JoJo's low shit does.
Yeah.
But,
I fucking hate that list. I fucking hate that list.
Dude, it's the best
drop a
and worst
video
thing in the world. You'll see one,
God.
you're like, let's go. And then you'll see, like, after that 30-minute mark, it says 5, and you're like, oh no. what did I do?
Oh my, it's
Now,
the worst shit ever.
That brings up an idea. Have y'all ever thought about, as a community, let's say it was
social farming, like creating,
like, let's
that'll
say Yu Yu
be fucking
Hakusho,
brilliant.
like
we all
as a
do
community saying, let's all do
A Yu Yu Hakusho songs
and kind of build that.
That's social farming. That is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, something like that could work, because when you have people like Rustage, Daddy Fat Snaps, you know, it will inevitably help the SEO. It'll help our community see more of it. So if we all did a song for it, like that's so Parasite. I would love to make a song for Parasite. I'm not going till somebody else does. Yeah. I would like it to get some traction from a bigger channel and then kind of go from there, because I still don't have I don't have so much force behind me that I could just do something like that and it just does well. Like, I'm doing a song this week. When does this come out, by the way?
Sometime this week.
Yes, it might be today. Not sure, but if you need us to hold it off, we can.
Oh no! I was gonna say who I'm making a song for, but I haven't announced it yet. So I was gonna say, I'll just not say it. But I'm doing a song for. We can wait
because I want to hear this announcement.
No, we're not gonna put it out. Just tell us out. I want to know.
I don't know what to do. I want to tell you. I like to. You know what? If someone's made it this far, in the video,
okay.
Congratulations to you. You're gonna hear it. So this week I'm doing a song for the one and only, God bless him, Uncle Iroh. Now, this song,
this Avatar,
Last Airbender.
Last Airbender, the Zuko's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the character.
Yeah.
I thought
my uncle.
I thought we was talking about an influencer. I was
No. I have so many questions.
So I'm doing that this week. I'm already skeptical for multiple reasons that it's not going to do well, which is really shitty, because Uncle Iroh, we all love him. He's incredible. The approach I'm taking with it is not at all what you would expect. It's very well. No. It's maybe what you would expect typically, but not from Divide making a song about something. It's
okay.
Musically, it's very, very different, but it works. I've shown it to some people so far, and this has never happened to me before. I never get emotional listening to my music, but I listened to the whole thing, and I actually was getting emotional listening to it, which has never happened to me. I want to point that out again, in my life.
But before you say that, if you made it this far in the video, comment, "I know the secret." That's all you want you to comment. I know the secret.
That's all right.
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is just a very. It's obvious, like as you could imagine, it's Iroh talking
about his son
Zuko.
Okay.
Sorry. What?
Oh. Okay. I have questions.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know if you know this, but the voice actor who did Iroh is also the voice actor who did Aku in Samurai Jack, right?
Did not know that.
Well, he passed away some time ago, and he had did a song called "Brave Little Soldier Boy," right? Is there any play on that at all? Because like, I feel like if anyone ever did a play on Brave Little Soldier Boy, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a grown man. I would bawl just because of like the feeling you got with Brave. And I was a kid watching it and I cried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like what is the emotional approach you brought to talking to Zuko? Because that's such a strong and powerful relationship right there between the two of them.
Right. So because you guys reacted to No Way Out, the song I made for Zuko. So this song is called Find a Way. So that is the name of the song. So it's almost like a callback to that. But there's quite a few lines that are direct references from things that he said in the show that are like favorite lines of mine. And it's an uplifting song, but by the end of it, I just think a lot of people, if you've seen the show and you love the show and you love Uncle Iroh and you have a heart, I think it's very possible that you may cry. And I'm not saying that thinking that like I've gonna make a bunch of people cry and I'm so proud of myself, but because I love that character so much and I love the show so much and I wanted to do it justice, the way that I wrote it and how it ends, it was impactful to me, which has literally never happened with my music before.
Yeah.
And so
I can't wait.
I showed it to a friend of mine who does my artwork.
Yeah.
And she was like, I showed her just a clip of it, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna cry!" And I was just like,
"Oh, this is gonna be bad." We listened to I don't know if you heard it, but Dizzy 8 did a song with Fable and Zach.
Yeah.
And man, like that song made me feel so much.
Yeah.
And like that's one thing that I genuinely, that's what I love about both music and movies and anime, that the ability to escape as well as feel. So like in that literally had me almost tearing up. Like I was like, bro, I'm about to cry. I was like, I ain't no bitch in them, but I was close, bro.
Yeah.
And like I like when I'm driving home, it'll come on the playlist, because right now I'm going through a Nerdcore playlist. Like I haven't listened to the rest of my music in fucking months. but like, and it'll come on and I'm like, bro, it's the feels are there. And for Uncle Iroh, I know this is gonna be tough. And
I don't usually have this much confidence in myself, but it will be. If you ever had any connection to this character and you listen to it, I mean, stylistically, the song is not a rock song. It's not a rock song. So
it should make Aaron cry.
It's
look, bro.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys are going to react to it. It's not going to be a hype song, and I know that generally a hype song would perform a lot better than a song where you're going to sit there and just the whole time. You know what I mean? Because it's not a song that I feel like if anyone reacts to it, because I know people will, but they're just going to probably be sitting there not saying anything almost the entire time, because it's just it's just emotional. It's extremely
Yeah.
it's the most emotional song I've made for Divide Music, I think. So
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm excited to release that, and I know that there was a reason why I brought this up, and I can't remember exactly what it was.
Because I think we're talking about performance as far as songs doing.
Right. So I have a funny feeling that song is not going to perform well, but because everyone wants hype. That's all people care about, generally speaking. They just want the hypest stuff. That's why people with my Overhaul song, they're like, make more like this, make more like this. That's all they want. They just want constant hype. But I do know that my audience has a very nice big part of it that loves the lyrics and the more like emotional side of my music. So yeah. I'm excited for that. But I am a little, leaning on the side of it's probably not going to do very well. But the week after, I haven't announced this yet, so put the secret in the comments if you got this far. I'm doing a cover of someone's song in the community and making it a rock song, and it's going to be so awesome. But I guarantee it's not going to do well because it's not anime. But I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. So
300K. Is it the Daddy Fat 300K?
No. No.
I was trying to figure out. I was over here calculating.
There's a part in that when he says, like, I grew up in an area you don't want to know about. I grew up in England, like, always chocolate and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know if it would translate the same. But,
oh, man.
Have you guys heard of Chewy Cat?
Yes.
We've not been to their channel, but we've heard.
He was on my Zuko song. He was the one that had the C, like that at the very end. Yeah. He's extremely talented.
See how he did that? He did it subtly. Like it was not, you don't gotta flex on us like that.
I should clarify. I can't do what he was doing on that. I can't do that. Like those that was like, if I actually tried to sing that, like that end run that he did, I can't do it. He has a very natural, like, Beyonce thing going on. But if anyone listens to Chewy Cat, you can probably guess, put the pieces together, what comes out next Friday, what song of his would I be covering that would relate to something that comes out next Friday. Do you guys know what's coming out next week?
We don't.
Any shows that you're excited about?
Next week.
The 30th of October?
30th of October.
Not at all. And it's not anime?
And it's not anime, no.
It's not.
No, you guys know what this is. There's no way you don't.
30th, and it's not anime.
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Mulan? Is it Mulan?
Mandalorian?
Oh, Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen Mandalorian, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
You haven't seen Mandalorian, really?
I have not seen, but I've heard. For one, I want to, but I live in an apartment, right? So I'm gonna explain why I say this. So my TV has a surround sound.
Of course.
Usually when I watch anything Star Wars, it's on. I have my volume on my TV set to 15, and you can hear it out in the parking lot.
Of course, that makes sense.
So I've been only watching anime for one because I can keep it low.
Yeah.
But I really want to see it. And I've really been on some fuck my upstairs neighbors because they don't give a fuck about me sleeping at night. So I just might check it out this week.
Yeah, no, you should. I mean, it's fantastic. But I've already pretty much given it away if anyone knows or listens to Chewy Cat. He did a Baby Yoda song that has 31 million views. And the hook in it is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's what's funny about it is it has 31. He's trying to add it up. I don't think you have enough fingers. But this was the song that like blew his channel like just insane. He had like I don't even know if he had 10,000 subs. Did this song just now he's at like 200 and something thousand.
Yeah.
But he did a song for it and it's great. The hook is fantastic and the verses are rapping, but I'm not going to rap. I'm going to sing the whole thing and I have a very different approach to it. And I'm hopeful. I mean, Mandalorian releases next Friday. I would like to think that me doing this, especially on something that's extremely popular, in terms of SEO for him, and I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm just trying something for fun and see how it goes. But
I think it'll work. Because of how things are really weird now. So, like, understanding how people are searching and what they're looking for, I think is going to do phenomenal. For one, and I think I've started to learn this even about our reaction channel. When they see certain numbers, things do better, right?
Mhm.
So our channel has 100 and something subscribers, right? So usually when a video shows up on a timeline with a channel that has a decent amount of subscribers, for any odd reason, people tend to click it more, regardless of what the views are. Like, they'll see the views, they click on the views. 9 times out of 10, when a person click on a video, they'll scroll down, see how many subscribers there are, and then go from there. So I think for one, it'll do well because your voice is fucking phenomenal, and two, because your channel, it's appeasing to the eye. It's like a I guess like a shiny object syndrome.
Yeah, like, oh, he does this.
Oh, he does this. He has 100,000 subscribers. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to listen to this. And then I know for you guys, your retention rate is through the roof. Because when someone comes listen to a song, they're here for the entire ride. Now our retention rate is shit. They find where we laugh in the video, like, all right, we're done. But I think it's gonna do really well for you because, for one, I'm all for strategic moves. I love it. It's fucking I love it.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna do great.
Fingers crossed. I mean, it comes out. It's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, song made about the show. He gave me the okay on it, and so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm obviously abusing the algorithm, trying to
That's the thing I hate
success,
about the algorithm sometimes is you can not to jinx the video or nothing, but sometimes it's like half the time you come up with something you're like, oh, this will do well, and then it just tanks you, like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do it hoping it'll do well, obviously, but not really expecting it, and it
shoots up.
Prime example.
Oh, shit.
You go. I have an example.
Go ahead.
I did a song on Zenitsu. I almost didn't release it because the mix to this day is not good, but I couldn't get the mix right. It was frustrating me. But I was like, I just got to do it. I got to release it. I was going to not and just keep working on it. That video now has like over 1 million views. But it's like in that moment, I was like, this isn't going to do well. It's on Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer doesn't do well for everyone. It's kind of hit or miss, and it just did so well. I was like, all right, well, I never again am gonna question when I should upload something, because you get to a point where it's stuff people won't notice. It's only me. Yeah. Only I'm gonna notice that the kick needs more 50 hertz in it. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like it's stuff that people won't notice. But anyway, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say a good example of that was we did a adult joke compilation. And no, not even that. VR chat. They were like, "Hey, can you guys react to VR chat?" And I was like, "Bro, I don't know what the fuck that is." And they were like, "Bro, that
brings up another question too.
You guys have to check that out." Ooh.
It was VR chat is inappropriate or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Or no balance. VR chat has no balance. And we watched that shit. We was like, "Bro, what the fuck is this?" Like, this was like the wildest shit ever. I'm like, "Bro, this shit's crazy." And in my head, I'm thinking the video was only going to do like 10,000 views. 3 months later, it's the second biggest video on the channel. That video did okay. But because we did that, we was like, let's do the funniest VR moment. Yeah, and that one ended up going even further. We was like, what the hell is this?
Exactly. But brings me back to the Oculus that you got.
Yes.
What were your plans for this Oculus when you got it?
Well, my plans personally were to use it for some self-enjoyment, not like that. But other than that, I would like. I have a green screen. I would like to stream with it. I would like to play games online. But Here's my thing. I can't
fun.
remember who posted this, if it was Aaron or Mike, but someone posted that they like need friends to play games with. I don't play games with anybody. I have like no friends to play games with half the time. I have to try and find people and convince them to hang out with me. So if you guys want to play games, let me know. I'll be there.
We definitely need
for
that.
sure.
We definitely need
For
that.
sure. And I've been seeing all y'all posts on Twitter with your hand on the Oculus
Bro,
box.
bro,
I'm like, they're coming.
Hold on. I literally, hold on. Wait.
What the hell are you?
Is this where you would edit in the burp sound?
Dang near. Dang near.
I literally almost posted the picture. Because we don't have, like, it's literally just me and him playing. And, like, it's fun, but it'll be so much funner with other people.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, we played, and we're going to be uploading this to our gaming channel, so I'm going to end up sending it to you on, like, either DM or something. But we played Phasmophobia, and we have to get you in it.
Oh, dude.
Literally.
I have played it, but I know in VR it would be so much worse.
It's different. People be like, are these games really that scary? Bro, you're in a VR headset with surround sound, and you literally, it feels like you're walking in these houses and stuff.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Dude,
I ended up I got locked in the house. In the house, and Mike was outside, and all you could do is hear me screaming.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, in the video, you can hear me freaking out in the other room and in the headset because I was getting murdered.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I was able to convince Rustage, Shrobbity, and Connor Quest to play with me. And me and Rustage are sitting in the van. And I'm like, dude, the activity meter's shooting up and the lights are flickering like on and off. And we kept trying to radio them. We're like, are you guys okay? What's going on in there? Because all the lights were just flashing like crazy.
Yeah.
And eventually Shrobbity comes out like, dude, Connor's dead, dude. I was like, what just happened? Because nothing had happened in that game. And I went in the house to try and figure out what was going on. I saw, like, with the blacklight thing, I saw that there was a handprint. I was like, oh, okay. And then Shrobbdy's like, try and use the spirit box and talk to him. So I was just like, I don't know. I started asking questions and stuff. And I could only imagine in VR that this would have been a 10 times worse experience than how I experienced it.
Especially
I was
not knowing you can die.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not know you can die.
I was standing in the corner of a garage, and I'm just like, Maria, are you here? Or whatever her name was. And then on my headphones, I hear above my head running around upstairs. And I heard them running, and then I heard them coming down the stairs. And I heard the door slam open and come into the room that I was standing in. And I saw it, like, run up to me, or, like, glitching around. And the hands went over my face. And I was just like, if I was in VR, I know that would have been way worse.
That it's so bad. It's so bad. Because me and Mike, we were freaking out, and we walk outside. I was like, bro, well, at least give me the big flashlight so I can see, and we're going to go back up in there. And when we walked in, the door closed.
He walked in, the door shuts me out. And I'm like, bro, did you close the door? He's like, no. Next thing you know, I hear,
bro, I was like, bro, you come on, bro, stop playing. Come in. All I hear, I was like, bro, and it was moving quick as shit.
Yeah.
And then we had played it again. And Mike was like, oh, it attacks you because it's using your microphone to pick up how scared you sound.
I thought.
And so we played a second game, and on the second game, I see it, and on the inside, I'm freaking out. Like I am going through it. Yeah. But I'm not saying a damn thing on mic because, like, on the microphone, from what he told me, that's what it's picking up if you scared. So I'm in there. And I still die. And I was like, Mike is here. It's here, Mike. And I still die.
Oh, man. That game is too much. I was in a van once. Same game stream, actually, with Shrobbity, Rustage, and Connor Quest. I'm sitting in a van eating some pasta in real life. And I'm just watching the camera because Shrobbity set one up in the garage. And as I'm sitting there, like, just watching them walk around, all of a sudden I see a guy in the doorway with an axe, like, walking around. And I was like, dude, get out of there now. They're like, why? Because they don't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyways, a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
That crap is beautiful.
And then we've talked Daddy Fat into it, so we're trying to get him into it too. And then another thing, we all everybody who has it, we can play. There's a battle royale mode. So there's some sort of I forget what it's like. Basically like Fortnite, but not Fortnite because you ain't building forts. You shoot people and win it. So and it's supposed to be the biggest game on the Quest. So we all should. And I know we can play it on our own.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name, but I think yeah. Okay, I got you.
But it's cross platform with PC, so we'll be able to play it with y'all. Okay, so we gotta run that.
So to end off this interview, congratulations if you made it to the end because this is a long one. Yeah. What is something that most people don't know about Divide Music?
And I thought Divide Music was two people. I thought it was Divide and Music. I thought it was two separate entities.
Just me.
He's different every time he sings.
I love that on the Rock Lee reaction. You guys said something like, "You never know." Like I have like a different voice or something.
Different
like,
voice, yeah. Every time. It's like you come on one song, you're like, "You can see into," and then there's another song. It's like, is this edition? Is this edition music?
Oh man,
but no. What's something people don't know?
Most people don't know about. Personally, I'm 6'7".
Tall as shit. You old. That's goddamn. You know how tall that is? Mike is 6'1". I'm 5'11". Then I'm 5'10". Because I'm shorter than Mike.
That's but you guys are average. I'm ridiculously big. So I'm a 6'7". I got into music because a girl told me she liked guys that played guitar when in 7th grade. So I asked my dad, and my dad bought me a guitar. I didn't pick it up for like a year because I didn't want to play for myself. I was wanting to learn it for somebody else. But then I got into Metallica and learned how to play guitar that way. And I got into singing because somebody asked me to sing. It was a friend of mine in Fables, actually, back in high school. Still to this day, friend, but he asked me to sing for him. I'd never sang in front of someone, and I tried, and he said, "You're actually not bad." And I said, "Okay." So I kept singing. And Spider-Man's my favorite Marvel superhero. Always has been, always will be. I got a PS5 pre-order coming, so I'm really excited about that. The new Miles Morales game. Very excited about that.
Shit. All right.
I start spinning off random facts. I had pasta earlier today.
6'7".
Yeah, Pop, what kind? Was it meatball marinara, creamy chicken?
No, I wish it was just pasta with some butter and pepper on it. It was still good though.
It was still good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on,
and we're definitely like we tell everybody, once you come on the show, you're now family, and you're now our friend.
Of course. No, I love that. I love that so much. Thank you for having me. Sorry that I felt like this wasn't supposed to be this long, so I apologize if I've kept you guys on.
Oh no.
This is what we do.
Watch time, Right.
And then also it's like with the show, the interaction is meant to, for us to become friends with you guys because y'all cool as shit. It was a trick. It was a ploy because I wanted to be y'all friends, so I had to find a way. But two, it's a more one-on-one thing where people get to know you. Yeah. They get to understand, your shortcomings or what you feel. They get to see you as more, not just a content creator, as a person. And I think a good example of that was with Restage. Restage talked about his shortcomings and stuff he feels like he lacks on. And I think this is something that people need to see, especially people who want to be successful and want to live their dreams, and they look up to people. A lot of times people's idols, your idols, seem so far out of reach and they seem like non-real. So when you get to see them as a human and hear about them, it's such an enriching experience.
Yeah, you see someone you look up to, they didn't get there overnight. It's likely it took them years and years and years and years and years. So I agree. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. This was a blast. Thank you.
No problemo. All right, everybody. Like we said, if you made it this far, comment, I know the secret. And let us know who y'all want on the next episode, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace out.